happy to see. I think I'm dying here, man.
Through the haunted mansions and floors, the creep, they lead us to the places from which we dare not peek. A journey through fear and the realm of the night. In every word they speak, our hearts ignite with fright. Welcome to the horror show, the Deep Cut Podcast, where nightmares come alive, ready to take their blow. Tune in to the chilling delight on the airwaves of the night. Let the darkness grow. Let the darkness grow.
Aw, yeah! It's that time again for another bi-weekly podcast with your hosts, Rotten Roger DeMarco and...
Evil Dead Inks, and hey Raj, nice night for a walk, eh?
Wash day tomorrow. Nothing clean, right?
Nothing clean, right?
I think this guy's a couple cans short of a six-pack, you know what I'm saying?
So he's 3 or 4 cans? I don't know. It is the kickoff of PAX to the Max.
Yes, indeed. And you're sitting across from me again. You've been absent. Went down to the fishing hole a couple weeks back. And
I didn't know I went fishing. I guess they just released me is what I
didn't
thought was
come
happening.
back. Maybe went for some fish sticks. I'm not sure. But, yeah, now you're back sitting across from me. It's good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Even though I know you tried to replace me while I was gone. I heard a few people came in and filled my shoes.
Ain't nobody filling your shoes, but some people sat across from me.
It's a size 13.
It's a big-ass foot.
Thank you.
But that's right.
Been
We are
stretching it.
kicking off. You got bigger feet than me. I got tiny little... Look at that. That's on camera for everyone to see.
Yep.
Big-ass
It's
feet.
like docking for shoes.
We're docking.
Yeah. No, that's a different docking.
But PAX to the Max. You want to let the good folks out there in internet land, videosphere and audiosphere, know what exactly that means.
We're celebrating Bill Paxton for the next 6 episodes. 6 movies featuring the one and only.
Late, great.
Yes, and unfortunately, very, 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 very sad that we no longer have Paxton anymore.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But 6 different movies going from, cameos, leads, directing.
Yeah.
Different, spectrums of how he plays different characters, like, paranoid, a punker, a religious, righteous man, a real weaselly, bastard.
Weasel.
Yeah, you are something if you can go from the extreme and feel like the extreme to being just a real, sleazeball who admits he has a tiny dick.
I got a tiny dick.
It's pathetic. I gotta lie to women to get laid. We'll get there. As soon as I turn, you're gonna shoot me.
Oddly enough, the same 2 stars in the movie you're referencing are in the movie we're talking about today. So,
Yes.
we're covering Terminator to start it off. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Bill Paxton isn't in Terminator, and I will say, yes, he is, but you gotta...
I think everybody knows he's in there.
You might have to pause it or slow it down, because he's got...
He has speaking lines.
Maybe 3 lines of dialogue.
But he's there.
Yep. Real quick. But this counts because this is the beginning of an illustrious career. And
Is this his best hair in cinema to date?
Maybe.
Giant blue punker spikes.
Yeah. I mean, it's got the porcupine thing going down. You're no stranger to the hair products, the punker hair. So
They said I'd lose my hair by this point.
I did. That's why I'm wearing a hat. But, you want to give the good folks out there in internet land a brief plot synopsis. And then I expect we can just
The
jump right
Terminator.
in.
The Terminator is basically, it's a movie where somebody says, I'd really like to fuck your mom, and it's going to be for the betterment of the universe if I do.
Yeah. Sidebar, that's a steamy A steamy scene, although a little awkward, a little weird. It's a weird sex scene, but...
is it the score, or is it the close-up on the gripping hand?
I think the gripping hand you and I have discussed many a time.
You know, that's a subreddit. It's called Gripping Things with Force, and it's like people gripping, like, grapefruits and different types of food and, like, just squeezing it.
I'm going to put some images in right
Gripping
here.
with Force subreddit. Check it out.
Well, I was going to say only you would know that, but I'm sure some people out there know that because
I was trying to find a video of this dude that was grabbing a watermelon, just ripping the guts out, and it sounded very like violent. And I was really trying to find it. I found it way back in the early days of Reddit, and I was trying to find it again, and that's how I found Gripping Things with Force. And I was like, this is just weird enough. I should add it to my collection.
Yeah, the things that are on the internet are bountiful, to say the least. But yeah, so we got a small amount of Paxton in this movie. He's introduced
fairly early.
Yeah, pretty quick. First 15, 20 minutes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because he's in the opening scene of Schwarzenegger making his appearance, which, if you have the Blu-ray of this, you can see
4K.
You can see shit bouncing off his knees. Because he just kind of appears butt naked, and he's just like, I need to get some clothes, and shows up to these punker dudes. He's like, I need your clothes. Because clearly any of these guys would fit him. Which one of them, I think, would, but not the one that he ends up going after.
Right.
The one dude from Cobra, I think, would fit him pretty all right.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Thompson?
Thompson. I was going to say, why am I blanking on his name? The villain in Cobra. He's massive.
Yeah, he's pretty big. He would fit his shit, but
dwarfs him in this movie, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Mr. Universe.
The one guy in the punk group that I didn't think would fit his clothes somehow fits his clothes, and it's the most 80s clothes of all time. Mitch, maybe why he picks it. He's like, yours clothes are not 80s enough. Yours not 80s enough. This dude over here just 80s
right
enough to fit me.
Just right. The synth wave, like
the squares
triangle
and triangles and shit. Yeah, multicolors on a black surface. Yeah, that's very, very 80s. So
trench coat with chains on it.
Your 80s just enough for me to make it through the rest of this movie. Give me your clothes.
I do like that jacket. That like got that big black V pouch or patch on the back, you know,
like leather print.
Yeah, kind of weird, and then got some chains hanging off of it.
Khaki color on the rest of it. It's weird.
It is. It's an odd. Obviously, the upgrade NT2 with the.
You think he did that himself? Like, or did he buy it that way? I feel like
that's a punker thing.
Doing it yourself. Yeah. Well,
I mean, like battle vests and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I was like, do you buy that somewhere? Or you just do that yourself?
Bought that chain from like whatever, like a Sears or whatever. Cut it to
Ace Hardware.
Yeah, perfect length and like.
Give me 1.5 feet of chain.
Rhinestoned it to the back of his fucking.
Yep.
Coat.
6,000 it to the back of my jacket here.
Yep. It does have a bunch of like pointy. Does it have like pointy stud things too on the black and the leather?
I think it's got some of the studs, which you can buy those in bulk nowadays. I don't know about
rivets, like they rivet them on or whatever. Yeah. Very.
Or you can poke them through. They got little pointy things on the end.
This movie is, I mean, this is Pax to the max, but this movie is 80s to the max. I mean, hair is big. Wardrobe is as 80s as it gets. We even get the quintessential 80s dance club sequence.
Oh, Tech Noir.
Yeah, Tech Noir.
My gosh. I love Tech Noir because it's excessively smoky in there.
Oh, yeah.
And that's something I thought would be like in real life when I grew up, but it's really just something for the 80s movies of just everything looks very foggy, smoky.
Yeah. Well, it's got to have something for the light to cut through so it looks good on camera, you know?
It definitely looks like it's a place. I could also see the dude, like I could see dude from Fright Night hanging out in there too.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, isn't the bouncer from Fright Night in it or no?
The bouncer from Fright Night. He's the biker dude from Friday 5.
Friday 3, right?
Or 3, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He gets his
I'm thinking
arm.
of a different set of. Those are not bikers.
Yeah.
Though they dress like bikers, but that's a theme to, I'm sure, S&M club they're going. They're probably going to Don's place.
Oh yeah.
From Nightmare 2.
Gonna hang out with Bob Shea.
We're stringing a ton of movies together.
Yeah. This was not a New Line Cinema movie, so Bob Shea could not weasel his way into some leather in this
fire
movie.
someone for not putting him in it.
True.
But unlike, the Terminator man here, we have Reese.
Yeah.
Which he gets the short end of the stick. He ends up just stealing some homeless man's pants.
Which is gross.
Which is its own meme of like he's wearing like really shitty legitimately shitty pants the entire movie.
Held on by like a length of rope.
But he does get his rope belt with like a bell maybe on the end of it. That's very homeless guy. Yeah. Like it looks like he kind of looks like the homeless. He reminds me of a homeless Christopher Lloyd from Dennis the Menace.
Oh yeah.
Like that's who she should be robbing.
Eating the beans down by the river.
Yeah, just overblown fat from eating a tub of beans, trying to find some coins and shit buried, or a key stuck into it.
I always get it confused, even though I know the homeless guy that Reese steals his stuff from is not the homeless guy who says, or no, he is, right?
Yeah,
He's the one that says, you see a real
light.
bright light? Hey, buddy, you see a real bright light?
Yeah, he's like, don't worry about that bright light, give me your pants.
Yeah, I'm going to beat the hell out of you. Which
You think he
presumably
does that
kills
too?
him. Kills him, I'm assuming. No, because the guy yells, hey, he took my pants,
Yeah,
right?
he's like, that dude took my pants. He
Yep,
hit me in the face,
that's
took
right.
my pants.
I do love the music in that opening scene.
The music is very, very good. It sounds like something that plays in tech noir, but I also really dig that he breaks into a department store and we get a close-up on his sneakers.
Oh, yeah, Nike, baby.
When you got to run like a son of a bitch away from a giant exoskeleton killing machine, make sure you got them Nikes on.
Yeah, except no substitutes,
Yeah.
as they say.
Again, only if he had been dropped somewhere else. Like if it had been like a GNC or some like sporting goods store. Like would he be wearing like bicycle shorts? And,
Oh,
like,
yeah. Neon, like, yeah.
spandex.
Yeah, neon spandex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you picture Reese in like green neon spandex showing up?
Trying to hide from the Terminator. Yeah. You'll never find me. No,
This
but
worked in Friday 7. They didn't see me.
Yep. But he's got the Nike shoes. Steals his trench coat,
Yeah, he takes a trench coat in there. They can hide a shotgun.
and
in
also,
there.
gets the shotgun out of the cop car.
Yeah, because he's like, you guys don't need this anymore. I'm gonna just take this from you. And they're like, we'll just let you take our shotgun, and we'll catch you later. It's May, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sidebar. We should drop this episode on May 12th,
What year?
2025. By the time this drops,
That's a long game to play.
man.
Or we drop it on Judgment Day, which that's in August, isn't it? Like August 29th, 1997.
You had to ask me.
I believe it's August 29th, 1997. Was Judgment Day.
Anybody not wearing 5 million sunblock is gonna have a real bad day. Get it? That's a Terminator 2 reference, not a deep cut. Just to continue.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah.
Just not for this movie.
Yeah.
That's bad to the bone, chewing on thumbtacks, Linda Hamilton. Here she's wearing a pink,
Like a waitress.
a waitress, but it's a weird looking apron. She works at a TCBY ice cream shop.
So it's got filled with ice cream too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sandwich
she gets her
shop.
pockets filled with ice cream from children. She's just getting shit from all ends when she shows up in this movie. She's riding her little scooter, getting pushed around by kids. Not even enforced by parents. They're like, good job, kid.
Yep.
Fill her pockets full of ice cream.
Yeah, she's a terrible waitress. She's bringing us the wrong food. Yada yada.
I don't know. I've had that happen many a times. You can get mixed up pretty easily. What is not tolerable is a kid putting ice cream in her pocket and the parent going, good job, son.
Yeah.
That'll show her. You're definitely getting the spit in your food the next time you show up, if you ever dare show your face in my restaurant again.
What was 1984 too? So you got to think, like, her wage that she was making was not shit to begin with. So like,
Yeah, she's making probably $3.25 an hour.
she's making no money, and you're
Tips.
putting ice cream in her pocket.
That's
like,
her tip.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. And hopefully the Terminator ran over your toy truck.
Hopefully she gets to see. She should have been able to watch them in the flashback in the next movie getting blown away. Like that family's on the playground. She's like,
I'm gonna warn them, but then
She's
nah,
like, you remember when you put ice cream in my pocket?
fuck off.
Locks the gate.
Yeah. I mean, we're all gonna die anyway, but it's,
I was like,
it's
you're
symbolism.
gonna feel it like a half a second before I do, and I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yep.
That's my last act on this world, is enjoying you burning alive in front of me.
So this movie is essentially it's a race against time, right? It's two parties are attempting to find Sarah Connor, one before the other. One is coming to save, the other is coming to kill, and we get this.
Because she has a son that's going to turn the tide of the future war.
Yeah.
But it's all predetermined.
Yep. There's no
Because
fate but what we make.
Yeah. Because if they don't send the Terminator back, she doesn't have the chance to kill it, which causes technology to be advanced enough to make it to where it is made in the first place.
My brain's bleeding. When you really start to break this down and you start to see all the holes and everything, that's when I really like reach hard to try and connect it.
There's nothing that they can do that wasn't already supposed to happen the way it happens.
Yeah.
Everything happens exactly how it's going to happen. Nothing has changed. Everything is as is. You just don't know that until you're done with it. And you're like, oh, yeah, everything is exactly on point as it is.
Which just gets worse and worse as the franchise goes along because things keep altering. But that's neither here nor there. But we get, which again, we talked about this on the live stream on the YouTube channel that you're on right now if you're watching this. But if you're listening, you can go to the YouTube channel. And if you're a member, you can go back and access these 2-hour-long
that was a long time ago live stream. Where
we basically broke down. Now it seems like it's common, like a common thread amongst.
I feel like we broke it, and then everyone else is like, they are right.
That this movie is essentially a slasher movie.
Secret slasher movie.
Yeah, it truly is. It follows the beats. It has cool synthwave music. It's got the blue nighttime lighting.
We have a heroine. We have a final girl. We have a killer. And we have him, taking out.
He's essentially the address book killer, really, if you break it. He's kind of like Ghost in the Machine. Because he's the phone book killer. He's like looking for Sarah Connor. I'm just going to kill all the Sarah Connors.
Which, I mean, how many Sarah Connors could there possibly be in an area? Like
in Los
3?
Angeles? Probably, yeah. I mean, there are 3.
Yeah, I was like, there can't be that many.
How many evils are in this phone book?
At one.
Yeah.
Actually, oddly enough, I found a dude that does like announcing for the Seattle Kraken that has my exact name. It's kind of weird.
That is weird.
Because I'm hearing my name over the PA system for my hockey team. I'm like, it's not me, but it's me.
Yeah.
But it's not me.
But it is me.
But it is me.
That's very strange.
Extremely. So, yeah, he's going through killing everyone that has her name because he's a fucking stupid
All he would have to figure out is her middle initial, and then it could all be circumvented. Like, not that one, not that one, this one.
If she had just had something with an A in her middle name, it would have put her at the top of the list.
Yeah.
And she would have, because Reese wouldn't have found her in time.
Yep.
I don't know how the hell he finds her anyway. Like, he has no clue what to do. Like, he has no idea where to look for her. He just kind of by happenstance finds her.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a computer brain. So he can't,
he doesn't
analyze
think to go
data.
to a phone book or anything. What's your game plan? He's like, I'm going to go back in time and save her. Okay, what are you going to do?
Look
I'm
around.
going to go back in time and save her.
Yeah, it's not like it's a town of 500 people. It's fucking Los Angeles.
Yeah, can you find just one particular person in this giant city?
Sure.
Yeah. Imagine if he found the wrong Sarah Connor and he's protecting like the one that ends up getting shot in the house.
That's the alternate cut right there. Yeah,
he's like, just come with me if you want to live. You don't look like I don't know if we could bang or not. You look a little bit older than what I'm used to.
The one with the perm. That
yeah. That's the one. He's like, I'm here to fix the future.
Yeah. He has sex with her, and then he's like in the kitchen making a sandwich, and Arnold kicks in the door and fucking shoots her, and it's like, well, shit, that's the wrong one. Just
I
going
guess
around.
I must have to go knock up the other Sarah Connors.
And then doing all the forensics. They're like, weird. Like, all these Sarah Connors that are dead have semen from this one guy. He's the killer, and then they arrest Kyle.
They arrest Reese and put him to death for being the killer lover man.
Yep. That's like a plot of a Giallo movie or something. That's weird.
Oh, yeah. If he's just wearing a mask and they shot it in red, then you would have a Giallo film.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, he does melt and have a cool
he's
metal
an
face.
18-wheeler fire.
Yeah. Which is awesome.
We get stop motion at the end of this movie.
Stop motion, matte paintings.
It looks pretty good. I mean...
Yeah, I'm with you.
High definition takes it down a notch, so this is one that warrants a better viewing on VHS.
And even DVD, like a grainy first-gen DVD. Pretty good.
Second and third-hand viewings look pretty good. The cleaner it gets, it looks really good until you get to that, and then you can very much tell, like, when they're shooting from the waist up on the exoskeleton.
Yeah, and then, like, rear projection for the stop motion and stuff like that. But I was going to say this. Our tech man, he's a real stickler for things being, like, higher frame rate, like 60 to 120 frames. He's always honest about frame rate. There's some clips on YouTube. If you look up the stop motion from this movie,
Was it this or was it? I remember it was
Well,
RoboCop
RoboCop too,
it
but
was
there's
Ed
this
209.
too. But there's this too. Someone cleaned it up with a higher frame rate, and it looks so fucking bad. It looks terrible because it's got that like soap opera smoothness, and you and I are both not fans of that like motion
We need
plus.
to save that soap opera smoothness for a T-shirt.
I hate it. It's disgusting. And when you put it on,
strains my eyes.
yeah, when you put it on stop motion, like you're destroying the effect. Everybody knows it's stop motion, and that's why we like it. It has a charm to it that's otherworldly, and when you try and make it move like something that's real, you're kind of missing the point. So like when it's on Ed 209 and he's moving fluidly, he has like stiff robot joints. But when the Terminator is moving super fluidly, like no, first of all, he's a robot. Second of all, he just got blown up and he's been beat to shit. He should
he
be
was in
moving.
an explosion in an 18-wheeler. He's been run over by that 18-wheeler before he even was blown up in the 18-wheeler.
Should be rigid. So, old.
He should be moving like Reese is moving at the end of this movie.
Absolutely. I like how they do the close-up, too, of his leg, where you got that, like, one piece of metal, like, unhooked, where he's dragging his leg, like,
Oh, yeah, you can hear the hydraulic on it, like, malfunctioning slightly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The ending of this movie, when we do have Exoskeleton versus Reese, there's a spot, and I know I've talked to you about this off air, maybe even when we did the live stream, but when Reese is like hitting him with that pipe, and then like after the second hit, and the Terminator kind of straightens his head, he lets out like an audible noise. It's almost like a hiss, like.
I thought that was something in the system.
It could be.
Like.
It could be, but I always assumed it was like his, like hydraulics or whatever. But it has like a weird, almost like a, nah, that ain't gonna do it. It has a really weird feel, like almost like Michael Myers in Halloween 4 when Brady's like hitting him with the gun or punching him or whatever, and Michael's like, nah, not now, not gonna work anymore. But like, I just really like that. I don't know whether it's the angle of the head, the way the head's like tilted down, and because his expression never changes, but it almost looks like he's smiling. Like
that's because he has no lips. It's just the teeth.
Just the teeth, but like the way that he's angled or whatever.
Takes
and
a swing and like, try one more time. Try one more time.
It's weird to make.
Not today, son.
He's more intimidating when he's just an exoskeleton than when he's Arnold Schwarzenegger. That ending is nice.
I don't know. He's pretty high up there when he has no eyebrows. When those get singed off. He
Oh
looks
yeah.
Pretty. When he's like ultra sweaty,
The
driving
get out.
the cop car.
Yeah, get out.
No, just when he's patrolling for him in the cop car and they're in the parking garage.
Oh, and doing the voice.
Yeah, that looks really good. Like he's pretty freaky in that sequence because he looks pretty pale. He looks sweaty and he has no eyebrows.
Also, the punching of the car window and all of that stuff, and then like we get the police station sequence where our man Lance Henriksen.
Another ruined police station.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Matt Cordell.
Everybody in this motherfucker dies. But I can't think of his name. Is it Paul Winfield, the other cop?
The
main cop?
I don't know.
That's
his
Lance
name.
Henriksen's buddy.
Yeah, I was thinking of the guy that's the psychiatrist that makes it to part 2.
Bah!
Has no issues with what he dealt with in the first movie when he gets to part 2.
Nope. Not at all.
I can't think of his name, but I know you're talking about. That couch is very comfortable.
Yeah. The way they play off each other is wonderful.
Pretty good.
They got a really good dynamic, but there's a line of dialogue that's kind of a quick throwaway line when he's making her comfortable at the police station. He says, like, I've seen guys on PCP break windows or whatever, not even realize that, that they've shattered their hand or whatever.
Broke everyone his hand, won't feel it for hours.
It's just, I love that line because it's like these police are trying to justify and rationalize what has happened.
They're like, you did not see a time-traveling robot, man. You saw a jacked-up man on PCP.
You were at a nightclub. You probably...
Which is exactly what I would be saying, too. Like, you did not see a human robot machine thing. You saw a dude high on ecstasy just punch a windshield and run through a fire.
Yeah, Reese is a con man. He's taking advantage of you. He probably wants your routing number.
They're working together on this.
Yeah, this is the long con. But I love when... And I talked about this a few weeks back when I was talking to my wife about Jeepers Creepers. I love the illusion of safety that a police station offers people. I love the fact that they're there. There's all of these well-trained, very capable police officers. They have guns. This is the safest. This is ground zero for safety.
Yes, you should be able to go.
Yeah, let's relax a little bit. Lay down, take a nap on that very comfortable couch. And then the Terminator just blows through and kills everybody. And it's one of the best, if not the best, police station eviscerations of all time.
Massacre, yeah, he's taking out everybody. Even
Oh,
the
yeah.
poor fucking desk clerk guy with his horn-rimmed glasses. And I guess that was an improvised line or something that he modified himself, because I think the original line was something like, I'll be returning soon.
I will be back.
Yeah, yeah. So he didn't roll off the tongue well or something, so he shortened it to that, which, imagine if it was something, see you later, alligator.
I believe...
I will be returning soon.
I have to return some videotapes. American Psycho reference deep cut.
I must return these videotapes. I will be back in roughly 27
Yeah,
minutes and 48 seconds.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe the story is that Arnold went to Stan Winston and complained about the line, I'll be back. And he said, I'm a robot. I don't know
Slang, technically.
So I should say, I will be back. And Stan Winston was like, shut up. Say it the way I want you to say it. And they kind of agreed. Let's try it both ways.
I can see that argument, but it's also ridiculous at the same time.
Yeah. And they might have filmed it both ways, but, obviously, I'll be back is... Everyone, if you've never even seen Terminator.
Thing, yeah. Everyone knows that. I can't imagine if it was I will be returning.
Yeah. Yeah, he wouldn't be the star.
How would he work that into every other movie? He gets into Commando. Hey, Sully, I will be returning.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Be like, get the fuck out of my face with that shit.
Yeah. Your last name's too long. You're not a star. That was the other thing, right? Is Arnold was facing a lot of people saying he could never be a leading man, and this movie changed his life.
Well, I mean, he's not really doing too much to be outside of his wheelhouse at the
right.
time.
Big and strong.
We've seen Hercules. I don't know. Have you seen Hercules in New York?
I've seen clips. I've never seen the full thing.
I've got a copy of it, and it's
Question.
So him being a one-dimensional robot, yeah, you can do that because that's probably you right now.
Yeah. You're learning the ropes. So hiding behind sunglasses and stomping around and picking up heavy things or breaking things down.
Or throwing a dude in his underwear through several sheets of glass.
Don't make me bust you up, man.
Which, that is the most horror movie-esque scene in this entire movie to me.
It's good. It's real good.
It's good, and man, talk about outside of being in the shower, the worst time to get attacked by somebody is when you're in bed, just in tighty-whitey underwear.
Yeah,
and fighting
post-coitus.
Yeah, you're clear of mind, but you have nothing on to protect you, and he's just getting thrown through so much glass.
Sidebar, though, that dude...
He should look like Frank from Hellraiser by the time he's thrown through the door at the end of this quote-unquote fight.
He does kind of look like Tina after she drops...
Kinda, yeah.
But, I mean, dude, for him being he's not the first victim, because Pax, Bill Paxton and his other punk buddy get smoked, but he puts up a pretty damn good fight.
He does his best.
Yeah, because obviously
I'd like to see him in Deadpool, he goes to punch him and his hand just crumbles under the metal.
Oh yeah,
and it's just limp and just busted up.
Yeah,
and then he tries the other hand and that one's busted up, and he kicks him, and then it breaks his foot.
He hits him.
Terminator does nothing. He just stands there while he's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, he just
we cannot compete. It is unfair.
Hit me with your best shot, motherfucker.
And he falls through the glass himself. He's like, "You really should stop now. Do you know Sarah? Are you Sarah Connor?"
I'm kicking my own ass. Do you mind? Yeah, Arnold just wrecks this dude and then throws him through the wall. I think, it's through the wall or the door. And he's
Either way, it's not a genteel surface he's putting him through. It's not like a beaded curtain or anything.
Then pursues Ginger, I believe is her name, and
Dead Meat too.
Just
making the most amazing sandwich on planet Earth. She's like, we just got done getting it in. I definitely want a sandwich right now. Which they totally kind of flipped the switch there, because normally it's the dude who's like, I need to go eat something.
Yeah, that's right. The Neanderthal man, hunter-gatherer, seeks nourishment.
Yeah, it's usually the guy that's like, I either got to go shower, piss, or make something to eat. And he's just laying there like, I'm good right here. We just got done. I have nothing left to contribute to the
She's
night.
making him a sandwich because
Oh, yeah. Maybe it's that, but she makes the most amazing looking sandwich.
that shit's like some Subway shit.
It is, and her headphones are some noise-canceling shit from 1984 that we still don't have today because she hears nothing with headphones on. Does not hear glass shattering in the next room.
No.
Is only surprised when the dude blows through the door in front of her. Then she drops that amazing plate of sandwich and gets shot in the back.
No one got to eat that sandwich, which is a sad state of affairs.
Maybe that should be my perfect execution of this movie: is a most excellently made sandwich just left to ruin on the floor.
That's the casualty. The brown pan.
Yeah, the only thing eating the sandwich now is that lizard in the apartment.
Which, sidebar, I'm going to stay on the sandwich for a second, but she's making this sandwich.
It is a good sandwich.
And it looks to me like she's got celery stalks. And I'm like,
Just making a Bloody Mary maybe out of it.
listen here, I've never had celery on a sandwich, but that intrigues me now.
You
That
wanna
extra
try
crunch.
We should try that
I'm
today.
thinking, I'm
Have a
wondering.
celery sandwich.
Like all types of lunch meat. You got your lettuce, tomato, onion. Has anyone ever done
It's
celery?
given a good crunch. Like, I'm not opposed to a good, like vegetable crunch in my grubs.
Yeah. So now I'm like intrigued. And I mean that dude's pretty jacked, so maybe that was his secret.
Maybe she was ripped too. She's like, I don't know what the fuck you are. I'll put you on my sandwich too.
Yeah.
Just put everything on there.
Gym culture, man. It's that 1984 gym culture.
Just
Maybe
run out of things and just make everything into one plate.
the smorgasbord, if you
Yeah,
will.
like what's all on here? Well, some bologna, taco sauce.
Some olives. I don't know.
Cheese, American, Swiss, and cheddar.
And Vienna sausages, Evil's favorite.
Yep, with some of the sauce. Shit.
The water. That's like jelly water.
Mm-hmm.
Salty jelly water.
Yeah, there's a t-shirt. Salty jelly water.
That's pretty gross. Yeah, so Ginger and her boyfriend get smoked because the Terminator has officially figured out her address, but
Yeah.
she's gone.
So he's just killing everyone. Are you Sedakana?
Nope. You?
Are you?
You?
I shoot you anyway, just to be sure.
We have to rewind because the only way he's able to shoot people is one of the best sequences in the movie, where he just rolls up to a gun store.
Yeah, Dick Miller running a gun store.
Yeah, and asks to buy everything, including a laser gun.
Yeah, he's like plasma rifle. He's like,
Only what you see here, pal. Ain't got one of them.
which in reality you should be like, hold up. Did you just ask me if I have a laser gun here?
Fucking laser gun? Yeah.
They're like, where do you think we are right now?
Picks up the phone, calls the cops. Yeah.
He's like, give it about 12 years. And I'm going to get one from, what's that company in? Eraser.
Oh, god damn it.
Cyrex?
All I know is it's the rail gun or whatever.
Yeah, like, give me 12 years, I'll get the rail gun in the Eraser.
No, I'm at the zoo shooting alligators or whatever the fuck.
Traffic. Where is this?
Yeah, so he mobs up.
Cyrez.
Yep, there you go. Yep. James Caan.
Yeah, it was gonna fucking nag at me until I figured it's like Cyrez.
That's a deep cut, dude. Because
Very.
I've seen that movie a million times and I wasn't pulling it. I was like, I can't remember.
I watched it within the past week, so that's
Oh,
the only
nice.
reason
Well,
I probably
yeah.
know it. But yeah, he buys everything from Dick Miller, who thinks he's gonna pay for it.
Buys, yeah.
Yeah, he just starts loading a shotgun right there in front of him. And the best thing Dick Miller can do is go, "Hey man, you can't do that in here."
No, wrong.
It literally, wrong, and shoots him. Which he doesn't need to do that. He could have been like, "Are you Sedakana?"
No,
he could just
I'm not
take it. What's he
Sarah
gonna do? He's like, "Hey, yeah."
Yeah, insurance will pay for it, man. No. But also, amongst the guns that he's getting, this is the 80s, this motherfucker gets an Uzi
Yeah, Uzi 9mm.
for home. And Dick Miller says, that's great for home defense. Like, it's a fucking automatic, like, this is a good jamming for beginners. You just spray the area.
Yeah, that's shit they use in the Narc video game. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get an Uzi today from somewhere.
Yeah, this is some
Can I
fucking...
take an Uzi to the gun range? Could I go to like a gun shop right now and be like, "Do you have an Uzi I can use?"
I don't know. We're not gun people, so
I've been to a shooting range once, and they're like no rapid fire with handguns, but I don't imagine they'd be like
got the RoboCop gun just fucking...
yeah.
I don't know. But Glock 18s are like that, right? Aren't they like...
Glocks, yeah, they're rapid fire. That's, again, logic I'm pulling from
Video
Rainbow
games.
Six games.
Yeah, I'm pulling video game logic because I don't know shit about guns, but...
But I know there ain't no rail guns or laser plasma rifles at the shop. Not today, not in 1984.
Yeah, but in 1984, you damn sure could buy a fucking Uzi.
Which, man, this movie's 40 years old now this year.
That's stupid. That is stupid. Yep, I am 40. But this movie stands the test of time. Holds up against time, unlike me. Falling apart.
You're just sitting right now, though.
Yeah, falling apart. But
so do you have a... Because I was torn between a few, but do you have a brown panty recipient for this particular feature film this week?
oh, we can move on to the Brown Panty Award.
Oh, baby, it's time to slip into something a little more comfortable. It's time for the Brown Panty Award.
Yes, sir. I do have a Brown Panty Award, and I will go first because you asked me first. So my Brown Panty Award.
I was torn between a couple, including Dick Miller, but I didn't give it to Dick Miller.
So mine is going to Dick Miller, a.k.a. Walter Paisley, the gun shop owner, because he is, much like Gary Busey is a patron saint of our live shows, Dick Miller is the patron saint of the podcast. As far as I'm concerned, he is one of the greatest character actors of all time. Homeboy was banking on going home and telling his wife, honey,
He was going to close early that day.
honey, we sold everything. Go ahead and book that cruise to
Going
Hawaii.
to the Bahamas.
Yeah, or whatever. Homie was going to have a good night, probably have a pot roast, maybe even get
Crack
lucky.
open a cheap whiskey bottle.
Yeah, some cheese and wine maybe. You never know. He was going to celebrate.
I don't think he's a cheese and wine guy.
Maybe not,
I think
yeah.
he's a beer and pretzels
Hooch, some warm hooch.
man. Yeah. I can break out the Jägermeister room temperature, please.
Out of a fucking metal flask out of his back pocket.
Out of the trunk of his car.
I was going to say corduroy jeans, but that's even worse. Out of the trunk of the car.
Yeah, the trunk of the car.
It's Los Angeles 100-degree summer. But yeah, I had to give it to Walter Paisley, man, because he was... That's wrong place, wrong time type of shit. He's literally not even on the hit list. Like, his name isn't even close to Sarah Connor. He's a dude. And
he ain't Reese either.
yeah, he's a casualty of war.
Do you picture him being Reese? Like, come with me, you want to live.
I'd watch the shit out of the Puttermans. They're escaping in a garbage truck, yeah.
Yeah, just hide in the back here. When he comes in, we'll just crush him.
Which is what they do anyway,
You're terminated, fucker.
That's pretty good. Not a bad Dick Miller. Yeah, pretty good. Oh my God! That's the only one I can do, and I can't even do it. Right.
Damn foreign cars.
Got a gremlin under the hood. That's what's wrong with it.
I couldn't give mine to anyone really when I boiled it down to. I thought about Dick Miller. I thought about dude that's just running the desk clerk job.
Yeah.
But I was like, naked dude needs to get it.
Yeah.
Because that's a terrible way to go.
Yeah, he's vegging.
Nude and glasses everywhere. Yep. Just glasses, shards everywhere. In my arms, my back, my legs. Just in underwear. Glasses everywhere in me.
Yeah, and he was having a good night too. It's very similar. The Terminator is just ruining everybody's day. Is all he's doing.
Just got him some, and he's got a big tasty sandwich on the way, and he's just gonna get just butchered in his underwear, man. Laying there just enjoying like they can't get no better than this tonight. Oh shit, never mind.
Yep. Yeah, sad day for him. Not bad. Which I suppose we can move on to the next segment, which is the Perfect Execution Award.
You're gonna die, clown!
Perfect.
Now this is the flip side of the coin to the Brown Panty Award. This is someone who gets it. They don't necessarily have to have deserved it, but it has to be a kill that you like. For some reason, you like it.
Yeah.
A little justification never hurt anybody, but you don't have to have justification. But so it can be anything. So I will go first because you went last on the last one. So mine is a play off of your Brown Panty Award. My perfect execution is going to go to Ginger because
Gets shot like twice in the back.
I love that first gunshot too. The way that she just like
slow motion, like, oh,
God damn, yeah. She's like slow motion, trying to get away, and then boom to the back was with the wherever the red dot goes, you bang. Laser pointer, and
it weighs more than the gun itself.
Oh
probably.
Yeah, yep. Big old monster can of a laser pointer, but smoked in the spine, so she's immobilized, and then shot a couple more times on the ground.
Gotta make sure double tap it.
That the old gangland execution, you know, just making sure you're not Sarah Connor a couple of times. Although you would think like the first, when her heart stopped, the first headshot, wouldn't it have like Wayne's World, like like, and everything changed if he had got it right? Yeah, like whoa, yeah, he's Marty McFly in the fucking picture or whatever.
Yeah, instead of a picture of a yard, it's just he starts becoming other things that he should have been in the metal world.
I want more.
He's
want
a
more
bumper
scenes.
of a car instead.
I want scenes like that. I want the continuation of after he kills the first Sarah Connor. Are you Sarah Connor? Like after he shoots her, him like
nothing has changed.
Yeah, he's like like up, like figuring shit out, like all confused.
Oh shit!
Right, have to reboot.
Not again. Gotta find her again. Must do it another time.
Yeah, what if him killing the other Sarah Connors fucked up the timeline different?
Yeah, maybe that Sarah Connor was gonna do something in his army.
Then another
Reese,
Terminator shows up to stop him from killing that Sarah Connor.
Who you here to kill? I'm here to kill David. Oh, I'm still here for Sarah Connor. That mission has been rendered obsolete.
I'm here for Sarah Ann Connor, not Sarah Barbara Connor, or whatever the fuck.
I'm here to kill Barbara Connor. You're here to kill Sarah Connor. I'm here to kill Connor McGregor.
It just keeps getting more and more fucking confusing. Yeah, so that's mine. Just the Ginger, you know.
It's weird because I flipped the script on the same. Cause I just went with Dick Miller's wrong.
Nice. Well, see, you know, I mean, one man's brown panty is another man's perfect execution. That's how it is.
Yep, because I just thought, like, you can't do that.
Yeah. poor Dick Miller. I would like to see like a gore gag for that kill though. Although it is pretty it's pretty good the way that they show the gun barrel and then like the boom and then we just cut.
The smoke. Yeah.
Yeah. But it'd be kind of cool to see like a, you know, a Maniac style head explosion.
I'd want to see him look like Army of Darkness, where he gets blown against the tree.
Oh, does like a flip?
Yeah, because he's you know, point blank range with a shotgun.
Yeah, flips through the air and knocks all the guns off the wall.
Yeah, I want to see him quarterback flip and hit the wall.
Only if he makes like Three Stooges noises, like woo 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 woo. Yeah. Not bad, obviously. So, well, we can move on. I'm going to ask you, because now that you're sitting across from me,
I am.
We normally do an Amazon 1-star review, but I'm curious if you came up with a tie-in for this week. If you didn't come up with a tie-in, we'll just do Amazon 1-star reviews. But if you have a tie-in, we can do both.
I do have a tie-in.
It's time for the tie-in! So many movies, so little time. You better pick yours before I pick mine. So watch a double feature. All monsters and creatures. It's a double feature. Oh,
I'm going to keep the theme going with
Okay.
time travel, and I'm going to say go ahead and do Back to the Future while you're at it.
Nice.
Another movie where if you watch more of them, time traveling gets a little crazy.
Yeah.
Be one and done, and I think you're sitting pretty good.
So how you starting and how you ending your night? Ending on the...
You know, I think I'll start with Back to the Future, have some fun, and then all right, time to get a little bit more serious, but not too serious.
Yeah, it's a little after dark because there is, you know, like nipple.
Yeah, Yeah, we have the impregnation of Sarah Connor. We have the whole point of the franchise is Reese gets it in and makes his future best friend.
Yeah.
What happens when you don't have a best friend? Well, you go back in time and you fuck one into a lady.
Jesus Christ. Yep.
So yeah, I'm going with Back to the Future. Well, there's also some slightly incestuous things going on. With Marty almost hooking up with his mom in the car.
Yeah. Which is, you kiss like my brother, or whatever the line is.
I kiss you. It's like I'm kissing my brother.
Yeah. Lorraine, you smoke? Lorraine, you drink?
You're starting to sound just like my mother.
That's not a bad tie-in, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's.
And what you got? So I'm assuming you have something.
I do.
Pretty good, probably yourself.
I'm not sure that you've ever seen this movie, so if you haven't, it's one that warrants watching, obviously. But my tie-in, I'm going to kind of go with a little bit of that. My motif was a little bit of that no fate but what we make kind of deal. So the future, no matter what you do, the future is set. There's nothing you can do to change it. The movie that I chose is a little weird movie starring Michael Shannon called Take Shelter.
I've seen the cover of that, but I've never actually seen it.
So
that dude needs to be a Terminator.
Dude, he's incredible. He's a very awkward dude.
I killed him. I'm gonna kill you too.
Yeah.
I killed him with a hammer. Oh, please don't hit me with the hammer, Leonard.
He's in Bug. You see? Yeah. Which is a William Friedkin movie, which Snarls hates that movie, so haha, Snarls. But
watch Let's Go to Prison. That's where he plays a Nazi. He's like, I was like, man, I know them swastikas. He's a real prick.
He's also in 8 Mile, but he's having sex with Kim Basinger. He's also
in not Groundhog Day. Yeah, it's Groundhog Day. He's the one that gets WrestleMania tickets from Bill Murray.
Yep, he is. See, I love this actor, but if you're not familiar with the plot of Take Shelter, it's very much like an hour-and-a-half Twilight Zone episode. So this movie's about this guy. He keeps having these nightmares. He's like a normal dude. He's, husband, father, construction worker, small town. But he keeps having these nightmares of this storm coming. And they're scaring him so bad that he's like wetting the bed. He goes to the doctor. They give him medication to help him sleep better. And he keeps having these nightmares. And he's like, there's a fucking storm coming. I'm convinced there's a storm coming, and it's bad. So
then he realizes he is the storm.
So he takes all his family's savings and builds a storm shelter to prepare for this storm. All the while, like, the town people, like all his friends are like, you're fucking crazy. His wife is like, you're fucking crazy. His kids are like, you're fucking crazy. And it just keeps building and building and building and building. And it's like a Twilight Zone. So you can kind of imagine where things are going to go, but I'll leave it at that. But it's one of those movies where no matter what you try to change, no matter what you try to do, like, the ending is inevitable. And it felt close enough to the premise of Terminator, but just different enough to where, like, it's still kind of a dark movie, not necessarily a slasher, but it's got those really gnarly horror elements. Like, you could watch it any time of day. Terminator you can too, except for the impregnating scene. But because
Reese raw dogs that shit.
Yeah, he does, and that's how
they didn't pick that up at the grocery store.
Nitroglycerin.
They're like, I got stuff to make bombs. You get any rubbers? I'm like, why?
Yeah, we're making babies. So yeah, that's my tie-in. It's a little different, off the beaten track, but if you have not seen it, I suggest that you give it a go, because I think you would really fucking like it.
I agree. I think I need to check that one out. The cover looks pretty good. I always looked at it and go, I should probably check this out eventually. And haven't.
It's hard as fuck to find. So
physically, like, I've seen it on like streaming services.
That's about the only place you're gonna find it. My buddy, who I go on movie hunts with all the time, has been looking for this movie since the day that I bought this movie, because I found the one copy. We're talking 7-8 years, and he has not been able to find a copy. And he's like, I could order it online, but, like, it's
the hunt.
It's the hunt. It's the thrill of the hunt, much like the Terminator.
That's the Predator.
Yeah, well, and
he likes No sport.
Yeah, didn't kill you because you weren't armed. And the Terminator has no issues with killing you if you're not armed. So,
Ain't gonna give a fuck.
yeah, but on that note, I suppose we can move on to that next segment, which is the Amazon 1-star reviews. Correct, sir?
Yes, indeed.
Hated it.
So Tevin on April 6, 2021, he says 1 star, unsatisfied. I don't want this movie. I want a refund. It's old. But the description said it was 2021.
Oh, so he got a reissue?
I don't know what the hell he got.
About a new edition of
2021.
Terminator, and
Yeah, he didn't want something from 1980. 1984 shouldn't cost him any money.
my wife doesn't want something from 1984 either.
I heard something else came in 1984 that no one wanted to pay for. That maybe have started the entire 1-star trend.
That's true.
People don't like paying for shit that's 40 years old, apparently.
That's when you're supposed to pay for it because it's technically an antique, so it's worth more. So you have to pay more. Correct?
I'll go with that, sure.
Logic. That's logic, baby.
And
well,
science.
yeah, you're just wrong.
Pay for it, Tevin. Keep it. No refund for you.
Yeah, there's no refund but what we make, or that didn't
There's
work.
no refund, but what you make in an hour, you probably pay for the movie because it can't cost that fucking much.
Just deal with it. Yeah, what's the most? Probably $20 if you bought a 4K. Maybe. I don't even think it would be $20.
I think it'd be 20, like maybe 29 even for a 4K,
Oh,
like
maybe.
a really nice one. Criterion Collection, Terminator 2.
I suppose a few years ago too, 3 years ago or something when the review happened. So
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
I don't know.
all
I
right.
don't even know if you can get. Can you even get those individually anymore? Or they sell that just as a set?
these are
It's
all
all Terminators or no Terminators for you,
yeah, and which we own them all individually because we bought them
except I don't own Salvation. I got 1, 2.
3.
I'm not. I think I got 3. I think I got 3.
The only one I don't own is Genesis.
And
Or-
I like Genesis.
I like Genesis. Or maybe I do own it because maybe it was in the $5 bin. I'd have to look.
Because I got Genesis, and I was like, you should check out Genesis. I think you'll enjoy it. And
It wasn't
you
bad.
did watching it and liking it.
It's popcorn.
Yes.
As opposed to like 1 and 2 to me are like perfect movies. Like 3 is I consider popcorn,
Very.
and Genesis I consider popcorn. Salvation I consider a train wreck, and you know whatever.
That one's better just for the story of Christian Bale going off on a lighting
Yeah.
guy. We are done professionally.
Yes. All right. Well, you're wrong, Tevin or Devin or Bevan.
Tevin.
Bevins, whatever your fucking
Like
name.
Kevin, but with a T. This is Tevin.
You're an idiot, Tevin. But I suppose we can move on to our next segment before we move on to the final segment. So we need to take a look at Walter Paisley's survival guide, the horror movie survival tip on how to survive Terminator.
There are certain rules that you must abide on every page if you don't wanna die. This ancient book will help keep you alive. So pay attention to the tips of how to survive.
All right. Well, the word, the gospel from the one and only Walter Paisley, the tip on how to survive.
The tit.
Well, there are some
There's a
tits
tit.
in this movie. A tit, singular tit, just a handful.
Yeah.
But the tip on how to survive Terminator this week is very simple, and I think you nailed it pretty much in your plot synopsis. Walter Paisley says to survive Terminator, you just avoid sex with time travelers. And truer words have never been spoken, written, whatever. Because, yeah, if he had just... So how does that work? If he doesn't have sex with her,
Yeah.
does he just disappear?
No, because he's just best friends with the guy. He'll still be I don't know now. I'm like, well, yeah, if he doesn't become friends with him, why would he go backwards in time?
Because he can't exist.
The real question is, does he tell her, like, I'm totally planning on boning your mom there? Because you show me that picture and your mom looks hot.
She's smoking hot, bro.
She looks pissed at the photo, so I don't know how he's looking at this angry woman in the car, very pregnant in the photo as well, and he's like, I could hit that.
Well, now that we're done with that survival tip, it is time to move on to the last segment of the show for this week. That means it's time for the prop game, Evil.
It's time to play the game.
It's time to play the game. The prop game.
You know, you changed the music on me, and I didn't know it was all this cool synthy pop, kind of thing. Not really Motorhead-like, so it's strange to go. I feel like I should just be going, it's time to play the game, and all you play it. I'm doing things in Triple H. Da, 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 da.
But I like the Triple H.
But it's weird. It doesn't roll the same with this. Like, it's weird. Maybe next time I'll do it.
All right.
But it's like, I need one where it's kind of I need a popcorn kind of bubblegumminess to this one.
He's into the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's right. It is time to play the game. And if you're new here, welcome. But you're probably scratching your head asking yourself, what is the game? Well, the game is a deep cut in and of itself, where you got to pick a prop from the movie that we are covering, but it can't be a well-known prop. So since we're covering Terminator, let me just say this. Probably no jacket, no sunglasses,
Sure.
maybe no
Exoskeleton?
Yeah, no exoskeleton arm. Is that too much? You think the sunglasses and the jacket? I mean, that's part of his
Maybe
look.
the motorcycle, but yeah. It's weird. I don't really know what would be too much deep cut-ish, other than, I'm just thinking the exoskeleton.
Yeah,
so.
maybe the exoskeleton arm.
Sure.
That's low-hanging fruit. So pick something weird, pick something different, off the beaten track, and then let us know in the comments on YouTube, let us know in the comments on Spotify, Patreon, Discord, Facebook,
Instagram? Can you tell us there?
I'm sure you can.
Why not?
Anywhere you find us, let us know the prop that you pick, because
X. Are we on X or Twitter or whatever it is?
I am.
Maybe is it even still in operations by the time this comes out? I don't know.
Who knows? But I am on Twitter. I don't use Twitter much, or X much, because
I look at it once in a while and go, nah.
Yep, I hate social media, which sucks because that's how we get out there for you guys. But let us know your prop, because we want to know.
We hate what we make for ourselves.
There is no hate but what we make. Or
For ourselves.
Yes. Good Lord. Full circle.
So who's going first on the prop game this week?
I'm going to let you go first. I haven't had you sitting across from me for a hot minute, so.
Okay. Well, mine I always think of because my mom would always turn some things that had happened in movies and television into life lessons.
Yeah.
So there's a scene where there's a toy truck in the road, and the Terminator runs over the toy truck. And without fail, whenever I was watching this around my mom, she would always go, "That's why you don't leave your toys in the street."
Why does that sound like a Tom Segura joke? Like a for a Tom Segura joke.
It's what she would do. I also remember watching an episode of Rescue 911 where a kid was running with a pair of scissors, and like they got stuck in the kid's chest, and he pulled it out. And she's like, "That's why you don't run with scissors." So I always see that toy truck, and I always get a little bit sad because I could just hear my mom go, "That's why you don't leave your toys in the street."
And that's why she yells bikes all the time.
Yeah, bikes. So I'm going to take that mangled toy 18-wheeler, which is funny because that 18-wheeler comes back to get its revenge at the end of the movie on him.
The Tonka truck. Nice. Built tough, built to last. It gets run over, and, I mean, it's mangled, but if it was a toy from now, it would have just exploded. Toys now are not built like they were in 1984, that's for sure.
Now with real metal. And,
Yeah.
and now everything's a soft plastic.
Yeah.
Everything's 3D printed, so it's
Foam
very,
and
very
brittle.
genteel.
Yep.
Yeah. We want kids' gunplay to be non-violent.
Well, I remember when we were kids, I saw this on...
Old man talk incoming.
Well, we've been watching a lot of, like, to get into... Sidebar, we're recording this, like, prior to Halloween. So this is kind of
This
crazy.
is
but
the
like,
way back time from when it's going to be coming out.
But we watch a lot of like nostalgic commercials, like
give me
full on commercial breaks.
Commercial loops. We're living the Demolition Man life.
So I was watching some commercial stuff the other day, and they had, toy commercials from our era, and it was like my first tool set or some shit like that, like kids'
wood burning kits,
and it was like a metal toolbox with like a little screwdriver, like a little hammer, like real metal hammer, and all this stuff. Like that was the type of shit that we played with. We were like sawing tree branches down and shit, like with a real ass saw.
Plug this thing into the wall here. It's going to get really hot, and you can burn wood with it.
Yep.
Make designs with it.
Yeah, I still have a wood burner. We used them for making masks and everything.
Made the house stink with burnt plastic.
We all have carcinogens or whatever.
The ladies in our lives were very happy anytime it was mask melting day.
Yeah, we all have cancer now.
Burned several times my fingers and hands, just like going too far with it.
Yeah, like whoop, that'll wake you up real quick.
Like nope. Flew too close to the sun on that one.
So that's not a bad prop, man. I just wanted to bring up the real metal tools as toys, but what
you got? What you taking away from this feature film?
Mine is less cool than the Tonka truck, to be honest with you. We do get a sequence where we're in the hotel room or whatever, and we're taking household items and making a litany of pipe bombs. And so after this, Reese is carrying around like a green gym bag just filled with pipe bombs. That is my prop. I want the green gym bag filled with pipe bombs for reasons.
It's got the detonators in it.
Yes.
Which I don't know how he's making those in like this post-apocalyptic. Like, where is he finding these ingredients?
I don't know. I know like you can make napalm out of like a bucket of gasoline and put styrofoam in it. Styrofoam will melt and essentially become napalm.
Isn't that some shit from like Fight Club when he's like frozen orange juice concentrate, blah blah blah? You can make napalm.
Yeah, but yeah, you can. You can basically.
Don't look it up though, because that'll put you on a watch list.
Yeah, don't do that. Probably
real fast, quick and easy.
Listening to us would probably put you on a watch list. I don't know, but that was my prop. I just want the green gym bag filled to the brim with pipe bombs because he makes a fuckload of them.
Yeah, I don't know where he gets all the like. Where does he get all this pipe from?
He's going to the hardware store. Yeah.
Can I get 17 feet of pipe, please?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fit it in the back of my truck.
Yeah. And
doing
just
some plumbing this weekend.
Making just the gang of pipe bombs in this.
Yeah, purchasing all that stuff at the same place would put you on a list for sure. You're gonna get flagged.
Maybe not in 1984. I don't know if people were like super privy.
No, today you would.
Oh yeah, you'd be in big fucking trouble. You got to bounce from store to store, wear a wig, sunglasses, pay with cash
we sold
only.
Candy cigarettes back then. We didn't give a shit.
Yeah, no, life was different in 1984. That's for sure. But on that note, Evil, I suppose we should probably get going because, after all, there's a lot of movies out there and somebody's got to watch them. So why not us, right?
He said there's a storm coming.
Thank you for listening to the Deep Cut Podcast. There's a new episode every 2 weeks. You can find it on Spotify and all major podcast apps. Don't forget to let us know your prop pick. Every 2 weeks, there's a new episode. So rate us and subscribe to the Deep Cut Podcast. There's a new episode every 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. You can find it on Spotify and all major podcast apps. Don't forget to let us know your prop pick. Every 2 weeks, there's a new episode. So rate us and subscribe to the Deep Cut Pod, to the Deep Cut Pod. You can find it on Spotify and all major podcast apps. Don't forget to let us know your prop pick. Every 2 weeks, there's a new episode. So rate us and subscribe to the Deep Cut Pie. deep cut pod, to the deep cut pod. To the deep cut pod, 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 to the deep cut pod. To the deep cut pod, 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 to the deep cut podcast, to the deep cut podcast. To the deep cut pod, 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 to the deep cut podcast. To the deep cut pod, to the deep cut, to the deep cut podcast. To the deep cut podcast. To the deep cut podcast. Every 2 weeks there's a new episode, so rate us and subscribe to the deep cut podcast. To the deep cut podcast.